YouTube, what's going on? Now this right here is going to be a PSA for everybody that was scared shitless yesterday morning or the night before, wondering if you was going to be able to wake up September 23rd and the world was going to be on fire, or if Nibiru, this fake ass planet that they keep telling y'all about, Nibiru, is going to crash into Earth, or these asteroids and everything just going to rain down from the heavens and disintegrate and kill everybody. See, let me tell you something, how the enemy works. If, for those of you who don't understand, the enemy works by trickery. The enemy works by fooling your ass, which you allow him to do so easily every time. And you do not understand that no man, nor a person, know the hour or the day, when whatever's going to happen. And if we did know, could we stop it? No, because we can't even stop our own selves from dying. We can't even stop our own selves sometimes from tripping over our own feet. So why in the hell is we going to be sitting up here worried about some planet that don't exist, not who, that doesn't exist, crashing into Earth and the whole Earth just disintegrating and everything else, like it's just going to be over that quick? No, 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 no. See, what you need to do is stop letting people pump your head up with these lies and these technology that they be using on you and programming you into TV shows like The Simpsons, where they have a little 2, then they have a little 3, then they have a 9, or on Terminator when he walked up to the house, Sarah Connor house, and you go around the movie. The address was 17923, 923 September 23rd. Then you have on other instances where they show 923 on a clock watch. Say they do all this shit so that way you can subconsciously accept it. So whenever an event does happen, which doesn't mean it's going to happen on that exact date. Now, what event did happen on the exact date was 9/11, and we know why 9/11 happened on 9/11. Before it even happened in 2001, when the people got together and made the emergency phone calls, you dial 911 on your phone. That was automatically right there getting you programmed to accept what was going to come later on. So when it happened, it was no surprise. See, a lot of people thought that it would happen in the year 2000. Remember why 2K? Everybody thought the world was going to end. The computers was going to take over. Skynet, the movie about Terminators. All these machines were just going to rise the fuck up. Excuse my language, but that's what it is. All these machines just going to rise up and take over the world, and they was going to enslave us. Fool, we are already enslaved. You know what I'm saying? People like, how is that so? We don't grow our own food. We don't manufacture our own clothes. We basically don't do anything for ourselves. We basically depend on an outside source to supply us with the things that we need, first of all. But I had people asking me, what do I think about September 23rd? And I wasn't going to say nothing before then. I just want them to wonder, marinate in their fear, if you will. Because if you think that the world's going to end like that, no, it's not. You got a whole lot learning to go. And also, this is nothing but an experiment. This is nothing but a test. And you're going to be tested all kinds of ways. And for a big, huge planet coming out the goddamn space, and where is space at? Is it up or is it down? You see what I'm saying? Because you have to understand, as above, so below. Why you think the statue of George Washington have him holding his hands like this and one like that, if you will. See, I can break it all the way down, but certain things people are not ready to understand. And you can't say everything on YouTube any damn way. But what I will tell you is this right here. Stop worrying about things coming from up above. No, what's going to take place is going to happen right here on Earth with the people that's already right here with you. Ain't shit coming from the outside. So all of these theories about Planet X, Nibiru, man, you can hang that shit up. Because who's to say if there is a such thing as space? Who's to say if you're not in some virtual reality? Who's to say if you're not in some kind of simulated high-level computer simulation, what they call the Zeus's theory? Look it up. Zeus's theory, but it's spelled Z-U-S-E with an apostrophe with an S. Theory. Look there up where they say everything is a simulation. So basically, we're allowing people to play with us like we're a Nintendo game, like we're a Sega, like we're Sega don't even play no more. I mean, excuse me on that one. Forget Sega. PlayStation. So if you allow people to control your buttons, control your actions, that's how they control the world. And you like Chicken Little running around looking up at the sky, then telling people, oh, the sky falling, the sky falling. You got people making videos on YouTube on September 23rd, this gonna happen, then you wake up 24th, ain't shit happen. But guess what though? Let me tell you something. You ever heard of leap years? Yeah, every 4 years you skip a date or something like that. So who's to say if we're really in September? We might be in August. Who's to say if we're in August? In September, we might be in June. Because the dates and everything gets switched around. Because why? You're being tricked. We're all being tricked, but it takes a higher level of consciousness and understanding to know that. And I'm still learning also, but I know one thing. I know one thing. If you really want to be technical about it, today ain't September the 24th. We don't know what day it is. We don't know what people tell us, because you have to understand they added months to the calendar. They took away months from the calendar. And these months are named, some of them are named after rulers. July, Julius, Caesar. These instances like that. August, Augustus. So you have to remember, in January ain't the first month. See, everything has been switched. That's to get you off of time, your time that the Most High, really the Creator, had put in all of us, where everything supposed to happen at a certain place, certain time, and certain everything. And that's why when you predict these things, a lot of these things do not come true, because you're totally off. Well, you might be off by 5 years. You might be off by 10 years, because you have to understand what man does. You have to understand what man does. He have you convinced, well, you can save daylight saving time. How in the hell can you save daylight? How can you save daylight? You know how? Tell you to set your watches up, set your watches back, and pretty soon you believe that, oh, I can save an hour, I can get an hour. No, it's not. Every day is the same. It's no difference, And all this stuff talking about aliens and signs in the sky, man, you better go back and read Revelations. And I'm not trying to sound spiritual to you, but it's already stated that there will be signs there will be signs and wonders. It doesn't say that verbatim, but it does say that this in so many words. There will be signs and wonders in the sky, and people will look up and be amazement. But don't be fooled, because that's the beast tricking you. Because you're not gonna know. You're not gonna know, and you might not never even get to see it. People say the world gonna end. The world is gonna end. The world is gonna end. Really? When did it begin? When will it end? Don't you go to sleep at night and ain't sleep the sister to death? So what is the fuss for? You're only here for a certain period of time. Some of us died babies. Some of us died 5 years old. Some of us died 20. Some go to 40, 50. Some died 100. Some died 110. But guess what? We all have a time stamp on us. From the moment you enter to the moment you exit. Whatever you do between then, that's on you. But stop letting people worry you about these outside things that's going to attack us and that's going to destroy the whole world. That's to get you off your path. That's to make you think and have fear, because you cannot operate in a natural state if you got fear inside you. You cannot do it. Try being real scared and sitting down making a video. If you're real scared, you can't do it. You cannot do it. You couldn't even be able to really talk right, or less make sense. So I hope that answers some of the questions, even though I can't answer it really the way I want to due to a certain censorship on YouTube. But at the same time, stop letting people worry you about when the world gonna end. Remember 2012, Y2K, then we come up to September 23rd. Then it's gonna be something else after this. Now they're saying it's gonna be 2020, which is most likely to me, but it's not gonna end, because if it does, it's going to be by man. It's not going to be by divine principle. And I don't think the only way a divine being would step in, which is the Most High, what we call him, is when man just try to destroy the whole world. And that cannot happen right there. God is not going to allow that, whether you believe in him or not. I'm going to tell you this right here. In this day and age, you better find something to believe in. Because if you don't have nothing you're willing to live for, and if you don't have nothing that you're willing to die for, you're not fit to live as a person. So think about that today. Stop letting people keep you in a state of terror, because this whole world is wrapped around terror. This whole world is wrapped around people being subjugated to fear tactics. That's why you always hear about North Korea shooting off missiles. That's why they want to talk about terrorists. They done ran out of people to kill overseas and everywhere else. Now the American citizens are the terrorists. Now we got to watch the people who tell the truth and try to wake people up. And then they try to make those same people out to be crazy. But they're not the one crazy. They're the chosen one to try to lead the people and tell the people, look, stop being concerned about things of no importance, which is planet Nibiru. People worried about so much in outer space that they can't even worry about what's going on planet Earth. Why in the hell are we trying to worry about these other planets, talking about they going to the moon? They going to all this stuff, and I'm not even going to get on that fake shit with the moon and all that. But they sit up here. That's to take away what's really going on down here, because why would we be concerned about something 100,000, 200,000 miles away, so-called moon and all this other shit? Why would we be worried about that? That's to take away from what's going on down here. You see what I'm saying? It's just like if you tell somebody that your house is dirty and you need to keep your house clean, but they go outside and rake their yard instead of cleaning up their house. You see what I'm saying? You focus on everything but what you really need to be focused on. And that's why the world in the shape is in. That's why the people are lost in the shape they in. Let me know what you all think in the comment section, because I can talk all day about that. But trust me, we're not going to know the hour. We're not going to know the time, the date, or whatever. It's not meant for us to know, because if we knew, we couldn't live with it. If you knew right now how you was going to die, could you live with yourself? If you know in a year from now that you're going to walk outside and get hit by a bus, if you knew that you'll be on an elevator and it'll crash from the 50th floor, would you want to live? No, you wouldn't. You'll go crazy. So it's not meant for you to know. Till next time, y'all stay blessed. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll talk about this on a later day. But I hope that answer y'all questions about September 23rd, because it's just another hoax, just another joke. Anyway, I'm out.